I find myself begging Heather's boyfriend, a man I didn't especially like, for some of the differently branded bags she had given me. His street name was Beaver. I found myself pleading with him for another brand of heroin in the hopes that at least one of the bags might contain real dope. I couldn't afford to buy more. I felt desperate. With withdrawal clearly starting to close in, and I argued, since he wasn't physically dependent at the time, the only consequence for him would be that he wouldn't be able to get that high that day. I, on the other hand, would be sick. But Beaver wouldn't budge, and in my panic, the thought crossed my mind that I might try to seduce him, just to get the drugs. It didn't matter that both my boyfriend and his girlfriend were in the same room with us. It didn't matter that I had really snobbish attitude toward him and was not attracted to him. It didn't matter that the idea was basically completely insane and unlikely to succeed. My brain was searching for any strategy, any way of obtaining heroin, however absurd. Consequently, the idea of seducing Beaver was so beyond what I'd ever normally consider that immediately forced me to contemplate what had previously been unthinkable, that I was a D-based addict. I started inpatient detox later that day, August 4th, 1988. It's a day I now see as the beginning of my recovery. What changed my mind wasn't just the weight of all that legal pressure on my worsening health. It was my sudden realization that I met my own personal criteria for addiction. I hadn't stopped at the worst moment in my using, or when I hit bottom. That would have been either the day I got suspended from Columbia, or the night I got arrested and taken out of my apartment in handcuffs, or when my father bailed me out after the arrest. Instead, I stopped when I diagnosed myself, or basically learned that I was an addict.